Righto, we're back to the final Ohvale GP0, GP2. Difference being GPOs have got 12-inch wheels, GP2s have got 10-inch wheels. Both running 190cc machines up against the Mini GPs of a 170cc machine. So missing from the front row, Glenn Nelson. Dean Orchard missing as well. Whoop. Red flag's batting out. Start's been delayed. What's happened at the back of the grid here? So someone stalled it by the look of it. Yeah, I think that might be down the back. It might be Nick Angelopoulos that's stalled it. No, it wasn't him. Okay, we're away now for leg 4. Another good start from Glenn Allerton. And they're all through. Oh, Nick. That was a bit of a nick, but already Glenn Allerton. Oh, was that out on the grass with one of those guys at the tail end of the field?
Contact there between, I think it was Cameron Rende and the rider next to him. They all managed to stay on track, but only just Braxy as we look now to see our race leader, Glenn Allerton, down the back of the circuit. He's got the bit between his teeth. He needs to try and get away early, but unlike in the earlier race, he doesn't have to try and make his way through the field where he started from the back of the grid.
And this is the one with the new... They swapped suspension and he's on a brand new tyre just to see what these things are like, and no better test pilot on a Pirelli than is Glenn Allerton. He's got a few laps on Pirellis over the years, so it's Matt Watkins resuming his usual style. Hammered in third position. Buzz Kiley, he's regrouped to get back on his machine from Paul Watkins, Cameron Rendy, Nick Angelopoulos, Ricky Watt and Adam Banner. Unusually for him, way down the back of the field. But Glenn Allerton leading them a merry dance as usual. Well,
it just goes to show you the crashability of the Ohvale, that Buzz Kiley had that big crash up there at the top end of the circuit in the last race, and he's back out here in this one. Certainly not slowing him down. He's sitting there in 4th place at the moment, doing a great job on board bike number 26. So we watch our leader come through the final corners now to complete another lap. Glenn Allerton looking very smooth on board that machine as he comes across the line. A 48.951 on the first flying lap of this race. He's just building up some momentum now, is Glenn Allerton. Watkins in 2nd, Marcus Amott in 3rd, Kiley in 4th, Paul Watkins in 5th place, Cameron Rende in 6th. I think that was Ricky Watt that he actually bumped into on the first lap. He's in 7th place. And Nick Angelopoulos in 8th, and Adam Banner back at the tail of the field in 9th position. As you said, very uncharacteristic, Braxy.
Yes, it does happen like that occasionally, but you wonder if he'll be going for his lap record of a 47.835, but I think this track's starting to cool off a little bit with the cloud cover coming in. As we look at Adam Banner and Nick Angelopoulos having a nice little battle for them, tail end Charlie, as Allerton leads the way now out to a 48.535. He's getting closer to his lap records of the Ohvale machines. Matty Watkins in 2nd, then it's Ahmad still there, holding off the attentions of Buzz Kiley. The top 4 separated by 5 seconds. Then it's Paul Watkins, Ricky Watt, Cameron Rendy, and a further 3 seconds back, Angelopoulos and Banner fighting it out for the back end of the field. But it doesn't matter. You're out there having a dip, and anybody in front of you, you've got to try and beat them. But the only thing with Allerton is there's no one in front of him, so he's only got to try and beat himself at the moment as he comes down a complete lap number 4. Has a look down the track. Good vantage point to have a look to where the opposition is. But fortunately for Glenn, there's no real opposition at the moment. It's out to 4 seconds in 4 laps, a 48.476. So he's still well off his lap record for the GP02s. And the GP0 class, well, Marcus Hammond has got the record as well, or he did have it, so hopefully he's got something to take away from this as Glenn comes up to complete lap number 5.
Just looking back through the field, a couple of good little battles going on there. Cameron Rende starting to close down on the back of Ricky Watt as well. So the rider from South Australia doing a really good job on board bike number 80. But at the moment it is Glenn Allerton, our race leader, through the chicane and on towards the top end of the circuit. He'll turn right, left, this very tricky section of corners that comes to the hairpin, where he's managed to make many overtakes so far this weekend. Allerton is through there, and he gets the run down now through this fast corner and down to the left-handed entry to the chicane. That's where he's visibly faster than everybody else as he runs in there very, very late and deep on the brakes, almost not using them at all, just slowing the bike down and getting great drive, but great flow at the same time through there. These small bikes, that's what it's all about. It's keeping the flow going. Try not to use the brakes too much and maintaining a great amount of corner speed, which he can do with the great chassis and suspension setup on the little Ohvale GP2s. Allerton through there, nice and smooth, and looking very at home on board that GP2 machine.
Yeah, when you were speaking of the brakes, I was just looking at the vision, and he's that front his fingers are just hovering over the front brake in most of the corners. He's using the compression of the single cylinder to slow it down as he changes back down through the gears. So a 48.1, he's still getting quicker as we're half race distance, but the battle now is look at these bunches that towards the tail end of the field. Kylie in front of Watkins by 0.7, who in front of Ricky Watt by 0.2, with Cameron Rendy 0.5 a second in arrears. So there's some nice little there for the battle for 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th as our leader Glenn Allerton comes through turn number 1 on his 8th lap of this 12-lap journey. His second last race of the day, because we've got the veterans class to close it down this afternoon. As we warm up now for the MiniGP race, will be straight after this one, Phil. Hopefully those clouds aren't looking too threatening by the look of a Sydney man expert. What's the weather going to do?
Yeah, I reckon we're going to be right, Braxy, because those clouds aren't looking like they've got too much rain in them yet. Later on this afternoon, it may be a different story. Hopefully we can get all the races in before that. But I was just actually looking at Matt Watkins. He's showing a lot of speed through turn 1, turn 2 area and gets great drive up the hill towards turn 3. Doing a great job at the moment holding down second position. It's a pretty lonely second position because he's got a very handy 3-second plus lead over Marcus Hamod, who's currently sitting in 3rd place. There goes Watkins through turn 1 and turn 2 now, trying to chase down our race leader, Glenn Allerton, who's up at the top end of the circuit. Through that big long hairpin right-hander at the top of the circuit goes Allerton. Here comes Watkins now through that same corner. Allerton, this is where he's impressive though, on the run down the hill through that chicane there. We mentioned before, just seems to have visibly more corner run-in speed than any other competitor on board the Ohvale GP machines. Then he starts the back end of the section where there's the last 3 corners. Just looking to see where Watkins is, and I can't see him, Braxy. Has he gone missing? Matt Watkins, where has he gone? Oh, there he is. He's just looks like he's managed to make a mistake and he's dropped back into the clutches of the pursuing pack. I think you might find that that group of Marcus Hamod, Buzz Keeley, I've got a red flag stoppage. So red flag is out. I'm not sure where the incident is. Well, it's starting to rain, so that just proves that I was wrong because the clouds looked very high, but the red flag has come out because it has started to rain here at Premier Kart Track. And unfortunately, an end due to that race. The race has been declared due to the rain starting to fall just in time for the Ohvale MiniGP.